all truth passes through three stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as being self-evident. To live alone is the fate of all great souls. A man can do what he wants, but not want what he wants. Money is human happiness in the abstract. He then, who is no longer capable of enjoying human happiness in the concrete, devotes himself utterly to money. Religion is the masterpiece of the art of animal training, for it trains people as to how they shall think. Every parting gives a foretaste of death, every reunion a hint of the resurrection. Buying books would be a good thing if one could also buy the time to read them in, but as a rule the purchase of books is mistaken for the appropriation of their contents. Wealth is like seawater. The more we drink, the thirstier we become, and the same is true of fame. The discovery of truth is prevented more effectively, not by the false appearance things present, and which mislead into error, not directly by weakness of the reasoning powers, but by preconceived opinion, by prejudice. A man's face as a rule says more, and more interesting things than his mouth, for it is a compendium of everything his mouth will ever say, in that it is the monogram of all this man's thoughts and aspirations. We forfeit 3/4 of ourselves in order to be like other people. The longer a man's fame is likely to last, the longer it will be in coming. The difficulty is to try and teach the multitude that something can be true and untrue at the same time. Reading is equivalent to thinking with someone else's head instead of with one's own. What people commonly call fate is mostly their own stupidity. If anyone spends almost the whole day in reading, he gradually loses the capacity for thinking. This is the case with many learned persons. They have read themselves stupid. It is with trifles, and when he is off guard, that a man best reveals his character. In action, a great heart is the chief qualification. In work, a great head. The greatest achievements of the human mind are generally received with distrust. Newspapers are the second hand of history. This hand, however, is usually not only of inferior metal to the other hands, it also seldom works properly. The majority of men are not capable of thinking, but only of believing, and are not accessible to reason, but only to authority.